diet. First thing about our diet is that we're vegetarian, or more strictly, we're lacto-vegetarian. It means we eat fruit, vegetables, nuts, and we eat milk products, milk and milk products. Why do we do that? Well, really, more than being vegetarian, we're prasadarian. Means we only eat prasadam. We eat food that's been offered to Krishna with love, and Krishna's accepted it with love. But Krishna doesn't eat meat, fish, eggs, or onion or garlic. So there's no point in trying to offer them to Krishna and then eat it as prasadam. It's not prasadam at all. So that's first point. Second point, why don't we eat meat, fish and eggs? First thing is that the human body is not meant for digesting these things. There are major differences between the bodies of a meat-eating animal and the bodies of a vegetarian animal. So, for example, the intestines in a vegetarian are very long. Ours are very long. Teeth are made for biting and chewing fruit and vegetables, whereas in a meat-eating animal, they're long and sharp for ripping flesh. Ours are made for biting. The body of a vegetarian animal is alkaline. Body of a meat-eating animal is acidic. Our body is alkaline. So if we eat meat and similar things, they stay in the body for a long time and rot. They produce poisons. That's first thing. The body is not made for that. So there are different reasons why one should be vegetarian. First of all, it's healthy. People who don't eat meat have a lower incidence of cancer than people who do eat meat. There are whole communities who just don't get cancer at all. And generally speaking, they're vegetarian. That's first thing. Second thing, it's cruel. The way that animals are kept and killed to produce meat is very, very cruel. If you had to kill your own animals, it'd be much more difficult. There'd be a lot more vegetarians than there are now. Third thing is, it's not ethical. Why should we cause so much suffering? Fourth thing, it's very bad for the planet. A meat-eating diet is very, very destructive, ecologically destructive. Huge swathes of forest are destroyed for pasture or feeding grounds to keep the animals. And in any case, meat eating is an extremely inefficient way of producing food. If you feed people with grains, beans and so on directly, you can feed 5 or 10 times as many people as you can if you give them meat. And it takes an enormous amount of water to produce meat. Meat eating is an extremely, ecologically, it's extremely destructive. The contamination of all the stool from the animals, dung from the animals, urine, major polluting factor of the land, of the water, and also of the air. They produce a large amount of methane and nitrous oxide, which are very, very potent hothouse gases. So it's actually seriously increasing global warming. And then over and above that, it's terrible karma. The animals are given a body. We are spirit soul within this body. The body is like a vehicle. So we're given a particular vehicle. Now suppose, for example, you're driving a car and then in the middle of the night on a lonely road, someone holds you up at gunpoint, takes the car away from you and you're left without a car. That's against the law. So similarly, this vehicle, if we take the vehicle away from the animal for our own selfish purposes, it's against the laws of God and we have to suffer, and suffer they do. It's stated that why there's so many wars, it's because people are keeping animals, killing the animals, and that karma comes back. Our Gurudev used to say, meat means meat eat. You're eating me now and I'll eat you in the future. In the Vedic procedure, when you kill an animal, there's a mantra, mangsa kadati mangsa. I'm killing you now, and in future you'll kill me and eat me. So these are some reasons why we don't eat meat, we don't eat fish. We also don't eat eggs, because even if they're not fertilized, in any case, egg is also kind of meat, and the body is not meant for that. It's some vegetarian food stuff, it's pure, it's very nutritious. Sometimes people think that you have to eat meat to get the right amount of protein, the right sort of protein. Well, you look at elephants, gorillas, hippopotamus, rhinoceros. They're some of the biggest animals in the world, extremely strong, very, very healthy. So it's obvious that a vegetarian diet is very healthy. Another thing about vegetarian food is it's tasty, it's really delicious. Generally speaking, when you have a meat-eating diet, you don't have the same variety of preparations. But if you look at Indian cooking, Indian vegetarian cooking, there are hundreds and thousands of different preparations, an incredible variety of textures, appearance, taste. Vegetarian food, it's good for you and it tastes really great.